What's up, Buttercup? It is me, it is she, Barbie P. Welcome back to my channel. And of course, you already know I have to give my disclaimer. I am not a doctor, I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist or Jesus, so I always recommend you seek the professional help you need on your weight loss, fat loss journey. However, I'm just a Christian girly that lost over 100 pounds. So I have tips and tricks that have helped me out, and hopefully, they'll help you out. Now, with that out of the way, welcome back. If you are here right now, I already know what you're probably feeling. You had a great week. You've been doing well. You got your steps in. You've been eating your protein. You've been getting your squats in. You just been doing the thing. Then boom, a few extra bites. Maybe it's a lemonade or a cobbler. And now you're probably wondering if you messed up your whole progress. I want to talk to you today. This video is your Monday reset. This is a space to breathe, reflect, and move forward. So, Buttercup, I gotta tell you a little story before we get into everything, okay? So, of course, I've been doing amazing all week. Super excited. I got all my steps in. I have been really just doing the thing, Buttercup. And I just thanks the Lord because he's just doing it for me. But yes, so anyway, I had an amazing week, Monday through Friday. Saturday, I still did good. I definitely went over in my calories. It wasn't like a surplus and it wasn't maintenance. But it was definitely over, but I still made good decisions. Boom. So that was my Saturday. Now Sunday, we had a lot going on Sunday. So I don't really like eating before church. I don't even like drinking too much water before church because, Buttercup, I get the bubble guts and I don't got time to be shutting down the church bathroom and then doing the walk of shame. So I'm doing the church a favor by not eating before a service. And then we had an event after the first service. So we had the first service, then we had an event after. And Buttercup, this event was outside. It was still a great event. It was amazing. But it was hot. I mean, it was hot. And I had on my cute church outfit still. And I had my cute little clickety-clack heels. And it was just hot. So once my husband finished doing the event, it was time to go. But while I was walking, I said we went and got like a strawberry lemonade. And I don't know how many calories was in that lemonade, but it was good because it was cold, it was crisp, it was sweet. It was just what my spirit needed, Buttercup. Because after all that heat, oh my gosh. So yes, now we get home. And I didn't do too bad. I had baked chicken wings and my baked French fries, kind of like a Wingstop inspired meal. So good, so amazing. I think I did have some popcorn as well. But what really, I believe, what kind of took me over was I made my husband this cherry cobbler. And I don't know if it was the heat or if it was just something that I wanted. But y'all, I didn't have like no cute little dainty scoop of cherry cobbler. I had a slab. I had a whole slab of cherry cobbler. And I did not regret it at all. It was so good. It was buttery. It was sweet and all of that. But now I'm like, because I like to track my calories even when I go over. I used to back in the day try to avoid it because I'm like, oh, I ate too much. I don't want to see how much I ate. But once I started just tracking everything, it was more of a truth moment and more of just accepting like, okay, I went over this day. This is what I ate, and kind of just taking more accountability in it. But because I had the strawberry lemonade and then I had like this slab of awesome cherry cobbler, because you know I put my foot in it, because y'all already know I've been cooking. That's how she got 300 pounds and 8 ounces, okay? Now she's in the Wonder Club. But anyway, it was good, but I didn't have like an actual calorie count, so I didn't really know how to, I guess, track it. So one part of me, which is the old part that is dying, so one part of me was like, girl, you ate way too much today. Oh my gosh. You had the cherry cobbler and you had the strawberry lemonade, and you don't know how many calories you had. And if you don't know how many calories you had, how are you going to track them? How much are you going to count off for the next week? Should we starve this week? Should we go like on a fast this week? Let's go on a 3-day juice cleanse. Let's go on a 3-day smoothie cleanse. You ate too much. I was like, come back. I had to tell myself, it's like, Buttercup, calm down. Come back. Yes, you had the strawberry lemonade. Yes, you had the cherry cobbler. But that's okay. That's the moment I felt like I messed up. But it's all good, Buttercup, because one high calorie day does not erase your progress. If you've been minding your business, doing your do, one day's not going to mess you up. And that's why I know a lot of people talk about the 80-20 rule. Honestly, for me, it has to be almost 95-5, because when you're dealing with that big back demon, you have to keep that thing you have to keep that thing rebuked. So I can't give it too much room. If I give it too much room, that big back demon will rise up, and those big back waves will rise up, and I don't have time to be fighting that. I don't have time to be trying to start all the way over. I just don't have the time. I've grown. But like I said, if my 95 is in check, I'm not worried about that 5%. I'm not worried about it. Now, for you, if you want to do 80-20, that's fine. You got to do what works for you. So if your 80% is in check, that little 20% of what you did is not going to affect. Okay, yeah, you had a cherry cobbler, but like this past week, Buttercup, I've been hitting 10K plus steps. I've been getting my water in. Like, I've been doing really well. I've found so many different recipes that are, low calorie, high protein, or just a better version of my favorite foods. So I don't really feel deprived. Like, I low-key could have probably made a quote-unquote healthier version of the cherry cobbler, but it was there. It was there, and I wanted it. And that's just one thing too, Buttercup. You can always make a healthier version of stuff, but then there's nothing wrong with just having the actual version of whatever you're craving. Because the main thing is, one day, one meal is not going to erase your progress. Now, if you're out here big backing, that's another thing. If you're out here big backing and you're BINGE, because YouTube does not like when I say that word, that's another story. But still, you can redeem yourself. You can still come back, because one day, it's just one day. Lock back in. There is a huge difference between a slip and a spiral, okay? So a slip is, I had a strawberry lemonade. Yeah, I had a slab of cherry cobbler, but that was that day. That was Sunday. I drank a lot of water. I definitely did some sweating, so I still kind of burnt, quote unquote, something off. It's not like I just sat and ate huge amounts of food and didn't do nothing. And even if you did, like I said, you can still be redeemed. But for me, reflecting back, I'm like, okay, I got a good amount of steps in. I got a good amount of water in. I wasn't eating crazy all day. It's just that I went over in my calories with this cobbler and this lemonade. But now today is Monday. Today was glutes. I got it in. Okay, Buttercup, I was hip thrusting. I got my walk in. I walked for 48 minutes. And I've already had almost 65 ounces of water. And at the time of me recording this video, it's only like 12 o'clock. So I've already got a lot of stuff done. That was a slip. But you see, it's like if you slip, it's like, ooh, but you catch yourself. Now, a spiral is I had what I had Sunday. Now I'm thinking crazy, like all that anxiety that I talked about in the beginning part of the video, like because I felt like I ate so much or I went over my calories and I didn't know, how many calories I went over. Now I'm trying to go into this week pretty much really restricting myself and all of that. But guess what? I have workouts. I have things I have to do. I don't want to restrict myself so much that I'm not able to perform the way I need to. That starts the whole spiraling. So now you restrict so much because of what you did on Sunday or whatever day you did. But then, Buttercup, because you have to heal your relationship with food as well and kind of get rid of that all or nothing mindset. So by you doing that and going into super restriction, and now you're trying to do cardio and you're trying to do all this stuff to burn off what you ate, and you're just instigating kind of like that whole BINGE restrict cycle. So now that you activated that, it's going to take some time to get back. Because I noticed whenever I've fallen off and I spiraled into the whole BINGE restrict, it took me some time to really like get back on track and to just get rid of that mindset. So I don't let one day or even 2 days, deter me. I just get back on track. It's like, just get back. Like, yes, it happened. Acknowledge it, but keep it pushing. Keep it moving. Don't dwell on it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't be like, oh, well, since I did it yesterday, you know what? I'm just going to go in all week and eat crazy. Let that big back demon just take over me. And I'll just start again next Monday. That is a spiral, Buttercup. Because now, as you know, that Monday mindset is terrible. So now you done ate crazy for a whole week. Now it's the following Monday. But anyone that knows, and I speak from experience because I was 300 pounds and 8 ounces, that when you go on those, sprees and that big back demon really takes control over you, it really takes a lot of work to get back on track and to just stop. It really takes a lot to just stop. So you're better off if you've built enough strength that keep that big back demon off your back. You have to suppress that thing daily. You have to kill that thing daily. Do not let it rise up. If certain people are triggering you emotionally, stay away from those people. Because if those people activate the big back demon, we don't have time for that. Because remember, it takes so much work to keep that big back demon suppressed that if you let it get back to full power and full potential, you're going to be fighting for the next almost 4 weeks or maybe 6 months, depending on how bad that big back demon is. So that's just the difference between, a slip and the spiral. And that is why that all or nothing thinking is your enemy, because it's like if you do one slip, you just want to do the whole thing. You're like, you know what? Since we fell, we had we had a Chick-fil-A sandwich today and fries. So you know what? We might as well just go all out. That's all or nothing. That's the negative way on the all or nothing mindset. I have another video coming, but anyway. But that's why the all or nothing is your enemy. And it's okay if you messed up. Just have a gentle kind of like reflection moment. Was I actually hungry? Like, these are the questions you should ask yourself. Was I actually hungry? Was it for emotional comfort? Was it a celebration? Did I feel restricted all week? And when I asked myself those questions and just kind of reflected, it was like, okay, it was super hot. So you got a strawberry lemonade. That was the closest thing that was around. On the positive end, you got a 20-ounce strawberry lemonade, but it had a lot of ice in it. So if you think about it, you probably didn't really have 20 ounces of the strawberry lemonade. You might have had like maybe 8 to 12 ounces of the strawberry lemonade. And it was hot. It was super hot. And you had church clothes on. So you already know. Y'all, Buttercup, it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, take me back to my curly puff because this silk press is done. It's gone. I look like that character off the Looney Tunes, the ones like a fur ball with the sneakers. Yes, that's how I felt like I looked because it was just so hot. So it was hot. That was explanatory. Yes, I could have gotten the water. Yeah, I could have dealt. But listen, I was hot. So yeah. And then the cherry cobbler. Let's be real. I really did not eat till I had my peppers in the car. Cause you know I'm that pepper girly. I'll eat a pepper real quick. That was my snack. But by the time my husband and I got home, it was about 4:00. So yes, I had my chicken wings and my baked potato wedgies and stuff. But I was still hungry from just the whole day. We've been moving around in church. It was hot. Then we drove around and stuff as well. So it's like you were hungry. That's really it. So you had your food. You had a sweet tooth. You kind of didn't feel like making the whole like cottage cheese mousse. You didn't feel like doing all that. You just wanted something that was sweet right then and there. And that's just what was available to you. And it's okay because not trying to say like, oh, if you do good all week, you deserve a treat. It's like, no, I did good all week. Okay, I'm just going to have this. It's just one of those things. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to have it. That's it. I'm not going to try to burn it off tomorrow. I'm not going to get caught up in that cycle. I'm having some cobbler today because guess what? I'm 95%. Do I eat cherry cobbler all the time? No. Do I drink a strawberry lemonade with all the sugar and all that type of stuff all the time? No. So Sunday was just one of my 5% days. So I'm not stressing about it because guess what? I'm already prepared for Monday. I got my baked chicken wings and potato wedgies ready for Monday. I have my tuna salad ready. I have other stuff ready. So I'm jumping right back on it Monday. I got my time that I work out because I can't even oversleep because I'm so used to kind of like my workout schedule. My body knows like, okay, Monday is glute day. Tuesday is walking. You know, like my body already knows what to do. So again, I'm jumping back to, my 95%. And Buttercup, I have to tell you, we don't heal our bodies by hating ourselves into submission. We change by listening and by learning from what happened and moving with intention. Eating with purpose, moving your body with intention. So don't stress yourself out, Buttercup. And simply what to do next is have an action plan ready. Return back to the regular scheduled program. Whatever your regular scheduled program is for you. Whatever your calorie deficit is, your workout routine. Sometimes you're still building, so I get it. I understand. I've been on my journey. I started my journey March 1st, 2021, and we're in the year 2025. And I feel like I just now found my flow. I've just now found my routine. So it might take a while, but just return back to your regular scheduled program. Don't go into starvation mode. Don't guilt yourself with cardio. Don't try to super restrict. Just return to your regular scheduled program. Or if you want to, maybe for the next 2 to maybe 5-ish days, depending on how much you ate, you can just cut your calories down anywhere from like 100 to maybe 200 calories, depending on how much you ate. That's optional. If you want to. Because really, if you just get back to your regular scheduled program, you're doing 80-20 or like for me, 95-5. That day, that meal is not going to matter because you have your flow already. So that is it. Hydrate, get your pretty and healthy girl walk, and sleep well. And avoid the urge to say, I'll just start Monday. No, Buttercup. No. It's just like when you're going for a walk and you've already like going up the hill and stuff. You might as well finish. you might as well finish. You might get a little tired going up the hill. You might have to take a break, but just go ahead and finish. Keep going, because it's going to take twice the amount of work to go back to where you started because you're tired. So you're already in it, Buttercup. Just keep going. So don't start next Monday, because starting next Monday is like backtracking everything that you've done. That's way too much work. Go ahead, finish, go the whole course. Now, weekly reset strategy. You want to break down your calorie structure. So, of course, you want to find what's your maintenance calories and then find your calorie deficit in that. So this is just an example for me. This is for me, not for you. Now, if you want to follow it, that's up to you. Like I said, I'm not a dietitian or none of that. I'm just telling y'all what helped me. So pretty much Monday and Tuesday, I eat about 1,500 calories. Wednesday and Thursday, I have about 1,600 calories. Friday is about 1,750. Saturday, it just depends. Sometimes it's 1,600. Sometimes it's 1,800. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But Sunday, for me, is anywhere from 1,800 calories to sometimes 2,100 calories. Like I said, it just depends on how I'm feeling. I shoot for at least 100 grams of protein per day. And that's what I like. I honestly don't like the whole eating the same amount of calories every day. I have a video on that coming soon, but I just don't like doing that. I used to do that a lot, but I found myself just stressing out more, because there's days like on Sunday, Buttercup, I naturally overeat, or I eat more on Sunday, because back in the day, my big back ways after church, we went to Golden Corral, pulling up in the church van, or you went to grandma's house and she had the whole Sunday meal. So that's just kind of ingrained in me. So therefore, it is what it is for me on Sunday. But what I've done with that, instead of trying to demonize that or whatever, I simply just make whatever I'm craving. I make a healthier version of it, and it's just amazing. I still keep my portions in check, boop, boop, boop. However, if it's around my lady time, I automatically know I'm probably going to eat a little bit more, because I just am around that time. I've accepted that. That's just how it is. So that is my weekly reset strategy. And this is how I can still lose body fat across the week and not just day by day. I do carb cycle and I do emotional alignment. Carb cycle is, pretty much everything is a carb to an extent. Like, even if it's just fruits and veggies, there's still carbs in that. But for me, my carb cycling is potatoes and sweet potatoes and oats. Now, I know with oats, I could eat that every day and probably be super slim thick. Potatoes, there's a certain type of thickness I get from the potatoes, but I try to eat potatoes on the days that I train hard, and on the days that I'm chilling, I don't eat potatoes. Now, if it's a day before I train, on a Sunday, which is Sunday, and I do my glutes the next day, what I've noticed for me is when I eat potatoes or white rice as my last meal on Sunday, I have a powerful workout on Monday. And that's just pretty much how I carb cycle. I don't know the technical terms of how everyone else does it or how actual nutritionist stuff do. Like I said, this is just what works for me and what I've learned, for my body. So yes, and then simply, I guess the psychology of slip-ups is not using guilt as a fat-burning tool. The danger of punishing yourself with food restriction. You want to teach yourself just how to observe your behavior without judgment. So this is something I had to learn. because I would try to eat the same amount of calories every day. I would try to do all these intense workouts. I used to train 5 times a week, trying to get 12K steps a day. And that just honestly, it wasn't sustainable for me, especially with the schedule that I have. So once I started observing my behavior, my schedule, how I'm feeling certain times of the month, and really cycle syncing, emotional alignment, I started creating a real customized routine that no nutritionist, no coach could ever give me, because it is personalized for me. Self-compassion equals self-control. Emotional maintenance and awareness equals physical progress. Okay, Buttercup? Okay. So anyway, here is an affirmation and just a reset ritual you can do pretty much if you have a slip or even if you spiral. So this is for you, Buttercup. I release the weight of perfection and embrace the beauty of progress. Today does not define me. My habits do. I nourish my body with love and I trust my journey. My discipline is deeper than a moment of indulgence. I forgive myself. I celebrate myself and I prepare to rise. This week holds fresh mercy, new strength, and more changes to align with my glow up. I am not starting over. I am just continuing stronger. I rest in peace tonight knowing I am still becoming her. Okay, Buttercup? So you didn't mess up. You are just simply learning. Your progress is not gone. Do not start over. Just pick back up. Okay? All right, Buttercup. So that is the end of this video. So until next time, make sure you are minding your business and tending to your own business. Mind and tend to the business that pays you. If it doesn't pay you, Buttercup, you definitely need to be minding your own business, which is drinking your dream goot, drinking your green juice, going for your pretty and healthy girl walk, and meal prepping your food because it's a sign of self-love. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.